it's real.
Yeah.
You know, and it slaps you across the face. And I find that it gets progressively more real as you go, you know. So when I found myself, for instance, out of a job in 2009, I had just left the radio show. All I had was this, you know, barely hanging on music career. And I went to do Survivor, you know, but I had my 2 kids. And it was just a moment and an opportunity to really reflect, to remove all the lights and the glitz, and I got to spend time with me. And I realized that, listen, man, if I'm to survive, if I'm to have any kind of future, I need to engage some foresight, you know, and if I'm to reach that end goal, I need to make some changes, you know. And that's when I started kind of operating differently, thinking differently about everything. And I think it was also a catalyst to the ultimate decision to say, maybe music isn't the way, you know, I'm going to achieve this.
It's not sustainable.
I recognize how short-lived it was. Certainly for me, you know, and Big Dog, I have to say the for me part, because many have enjoyed success and long careers. So it's not to say it's a blanket statement, but for me, I realize how short-lived it was, how unpredictable the industry is, how volatile entertainment is, how it's all dependent on factors you don't always have control of, including your popularity, your age, how good-looking you are, how well-spoken you are, all the elements that you have no control of. And I actively began taking steps to really try and secure some kind of future for myself, but for my children as well. So I began studying, I began trying to buy into business opportunities where they were. I started thinking about finances and just the economy in general differently, you know, and started trying to avoid living from check to mouth, you know, and just really try and put in some fundamental you know, pillars to make sure that I can have some kind of future. And that's when I began thinking of myself as a business person.
But the problem is, it becomes a bug, though. And
a bug, you say, Big Dog?
It becomes like you're almost like bitten by a bug.
Yeah.
In terms of, you started with 1 property, now you have 15 million. Like, you know, do you ever feel like, flip, maybe I need to slow down now?
You know, it's interesting you say that, because I am at this interesting crossroad where for the last couple of years, you've just been machining it. You don't even think about anything else. You just, what's the next? Who's the next? What's the next meeting? Let's sit down, let's sign it, let's get this contract, but you then also think that there must be a fine balance as well, you know. So I think I'm at that point, which is why when Idols came to an end, as much as, you know, you start worrying about, this was one of the sources of income, you also feel like, yes, this buys me a bit more balance. Yes, I can command my time a little bit more. Yes, I feel like I don't have this gun to my head anymore to say, in fact, if you rest on your laurels, it's all going to collapse. So, you know, the beauty of putting systems in place is that you can take your hands off the wheel every now and again and trust that it'll stay on the road.